I was not good enough. I lacked self-confidence at that time. Self-esteem went right down. I felt that I was an embarrassment to my family on a whole, my parents and my family on a whole. At that point, I just felt I was nobody.
Hey, I'm Jenee, and this is my story.
Growing up, I didn't like myself. I always felt that really from small I didn't belong, and I started to feel differently about myself. I went through school. I remember my dad telling me that it doesn't matter which school I go to, but just do my best and be somebody. And on my way out of school, I got pregnant. Not in the best way, but at the age of 17, I became a mother. This would have led me to start hating myself a lot. I was hating God at this point. I started to believe that I was not good enough. I lacked self-confidence at that time. Self-esteem went right down. I felt that I was an embarrassment to my family on a whole, my parents and my family on a whole. At that point, I just felt I was nobody anymore. I just was not belonging anywhere. My parents did support me, but that self-hate for what would have transpired, I felt that I didn't deserve that. And my question was, where was God in all of it? You know, and with that, I actually started to believe that God didn't like me. He had no love for me, because if He did, this would not have happened to me. And I grew with that. After I had my baby, I went to college the following year, and I was able to start my career in veterinary medicine, and this is something I always wanted to do as a child. I got a job, I moved out, and I was living on my own. I was just living my life normal, and with that I would have had a rough journey, surviving, to put it that way. I was the only person who provided for my family. Being that single provider, I was left with all the bills, have to provide everything. It was overwhelming. I had a lot of stressful situations. I had times of this situation was unbearable. I couldn't live it anymore. I had days of arguments, you know, fights, not physical fights, but fights, and it came to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. I just wanted to just leave. I was just ready to leave. I started to actually feel at that time that God was calling me, because I was on my way to Taiwan, and I knew I always wanted to come to Taiwan, and there was a reason to come to Taiwan. I was seeing it as a break free. I was seeing it as I'm on my way to destiny, you know? So I was just trusting God that I would get to leave. I applied for this scholarship, and I got that scholarship to come and continue my degree in veterinary medicine. One morning when I got up and I was praying, during the time of prayer, a song came to me. At the center of it all, it's you that I see. I went to school, I played that song. That night I had my counselor session, and I was explaining to my counselor, I was telling her about the prayer and the song, and she asked if I knew what it meant. So I told her no. At that point I realized there was a meaning to the song. She said to me, God wants to be the center of your life, and you're not allowing him to do so. She said, God is a jealous God. She said, God is a jealous God. And I need to allow him to be a part of my life. So she told me to go and spend some time with God. When I got off, I felt ashamed. I didn't even know how to even go and pray. I just went on my knees, and the only thing that I could have said at that point was, God. I just called his name. I couldn't say anything else. Then a voice said to me, I've been waiting for you 35 years. I couldn't say anything. To consider somebody was waiting for me all my life. And all I did was turn my back on so many occasions that he would have reached out to me. I don't know what else to do. I couldn't say anything. I cried for about 3 days, constantly. And this was the voice that kept coming back to me. After that, I decided that there was no turning back anymore. And I started to feed my soul. I decided that I was going to give up whatever it is in this world and start my journey with God. Because I recognize that even before I was on that path, God knew I was not on that path fully. And I started to pray differently. I started to pray in the Spirit, and I started to ask him to search me and let me know whatever is in me that is not for him. Show me. And as I read, I would ask. I ask him if there's anybody, anything in me that anybody I have to forgive, any part of me at all. Just reveal it. And at that time, he showed me my daughter's father. I would have held on to what transpired 18 years ago. I hated it for 18 years. I realized that I have to forgive. This is what God wants me to do. I reached out to him on Facebook just to say, I forgive you. It was very, very important coming to church. I was prayed for during the prayer circle. The lies I believed in, They're all gone. I'm loving myself. And I'm confident enough to know I'll be successful in what I came here to do. At this point, nothing bothers me anymore. I'm loving me. I'm loving me. And I didn't. There were days I looked in the mirror and I saw nobody. And I would look in the mirror now and I would just smile. I would just smile, you know. He has done it for me. It doesn't matter how young you are. Give your life to the Lord. The younger you do that, the better your road would be. Because God would provide everything for you. So there's nothing to miss in the world. There's nothing to miss. The younger you are, and giving God that opportunity to be a part of your life, I believe the road would be easier to travel. And the S, oh, the song, water. Bring me.